What's going on, guys? HK Titan here with another Balloons video. And first things first, as always, I hope you guys are having an amazing day. So in today's video we have a viewer requested video. That request being, what is the fastest way to make the most monkey money per hour? So after doing a lot of playthroughs, a lot of testing and stuff like that, I finally came up with my version and my answer to what is the fastest way to make the most monkey money per hour. So when I was coming up with the strategy and stuff like that, I took a lot of factors, or a lot of different things, and I factored them into my strategy. So the number one factor being, after you beat a map, the amount of monkey money that you make from that map is significantly less. So I'll show you a prime example of it over here on the expert maps. So you can see on easy mode, we only make 60 monkey money per time that we play through on a map. Now if we jump over to a map that I haven't played through on easy mode, we make 300. So that was the biggest factor that I factored into my strategy. So I had to come up with a way to make the most monkey money per hour that was also sustainable. And then I went ahead and made it easy and extremely efficient. So guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it. The map that I have chosen to do my strategy on is going to be Workshop. Not only Workshop, we're also going to be playing on easy. Yes, I do know that we only make 60 monkey money per playthrough that we do. But we're going to be playing on deflation mode, which means that we're going to be able to do a lot of these playthroughs in significantly less amount of time than if we were playing on like a hard map or stuff like that. And this is where things get really interesting, because when you think about it, when you play through on a hard map, you're roughly playing anywhere between 21 minutes to roughly a half an hour, depending on how fast you make the balloons move and stuff like that. That's what I guesstimate it roughly takes in order to be like an expert map, or between a expert map and stuff like that. So that's why I chose deflation, because we can play it a bunch of times in a short amount of time. Alright, and yes, it is only 60 monkey money, but with this strategy you can roughly play it every 6 to 7 minutes, depending on how fast you can place down the towers and stuff. Meaning that we can multiply that 60 monkey money times 10, turning it into 600 monkey money per hour. 540 if you take a little bit longer placing your towers. Anyways guys, that is the reason why I chose this map and why I chose deflation and all of that stuff, especially since Workshop is such a short map with this conveyor belt, and we don't need to wait on the Moabs to make their way through the entire pathway of the map. But anyways guys, so the first thing that we need to do, we are playing on Workshop and there is a conveyor belt, but there is a sneaky little glitch here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and activate reverse mode, which is going to turn this machine on, and then we're going to go ahead and restart the map. Now if you'll notice, if we press it again, it says we can activate it again, but if you look at the smoke right now, it's already on. So that means we don't need to worry about continually pressing this machine to slow down the balloons. So that's number one, and that is the biggest factor in this entire strategy. Alright guys, the next thing that what we're going to do is we're going to start placing our towers. So with our towers, we want to place two villages semi-close here, roughly like that. Now we want to upgrade this one to bigger radius, and then upgrade it to monkey commerce. And what this is going to do is it's going to make sure that we get the best deals on all of our upgrades. After we do that, we're going to upgrade our second monkey village to primary training with radar scanner. And I'm sure some of you guys may already know where I'm going to take this, but we're going to throw down a tack shooter here, upgrade it to a 204, and this is going to be our primary popping power right here. And now we want to add a little bit more of a buff, and then on top of that we need to worry about lead balloons, because a tack shooter is not going to be able to handle it. So what we're going to do is we're going to throw down an alchemist here. Before we even give it any upgrades or anything like that, we're going to switch it over to strong. Upgrade it to a tier 4 stronger stimulant with faster throwing. The reason why I add faster throwing in there is because I want to make sure that our tack shooter is always buffed. Because that 1 second that it's not buffed, a balloon or a ceramic balloon could sneak through and end up costing us a lot of lives. And of course, every single life matters on this, because especially when we get to like round 60, when we have the BFB comes through, because I want to make sure that we factor in that we have enough spare lives that if a few balloons sneak through, we won't lose the challenge. Alright, now that we went ahead and did that, we're going to go ahead and add our Moab popping power. And our Moab popping power is going to consist of 2 monkey aces that are upgraded to a tier 3. And that's it, guys. We don't want to upgrade anything else because we need every last penny that we have. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and drop down another monkey ace, because with the BFB, 1 monkey ace is not enough to deal with it. Now, this is our primary force right here. We have our Moab popping power, we have our lead popping power, and we have our balloon popping power. Now there's just one last thing, or 2 last things that we need. We're going to go ahead and sell our discount tower, and then we're going to come over here and add an insurance policy, because everybody loves a good insurance policy. We're going to place down 1 wizard monkey, and we're also going to place down a second wizard monkey right behind it. Then we're going to upgrade both of these to a 0-0. And there is a lot of thought that I put into this, because we put them at the very end in such a way to where we can guarantee that there's always going to be a wall of fire here at the end of the track. So any balloons that slip through these 2 wizard monkeys should be able to handle a majority of them. I say a majority because I've roughly done this strategy about 10 to 15 times. And I've had the amount of lives that we lose fluctuate from 0, and then the lowest I got was 125. So there is a little bit of fluctuation in this strategy, simply because the wizard monkey is a little bit RNG based, depending on where he places his wall of fire and how fast he places them. Right, guys, this is what our end strategy is going to look like. Now we have the motor turned on, we have our tack shooter, our alchemist, our monkey village, and our 2 monkey aces. So let's go ahead and get started here. So again, why I chose this map is because 1, the balloons travel much faster than they do on any other map, meaning that we can pop them faster, and we can also get this challenge done extremely fast. So I've timed this a few times, and I say it should take roughly between 5 to 7 minutes, but it's more like 5:40 to 7 minutes, depending on how fast you can place your towers. If you can place all of the towers in less than like 15 to 20 seconds, you should be good, and you should be sitting right at that 6 mark, to where you can roughly push out 600 monkey money per hour. And I do apologize if it's a little off. These are rough guesstimations. That's why I throw the 7 in there at the very end, just in case it takes a little bit longer. Alright, guys, now, like I was saying, the reason why I chose this map is because it's extremely short and the balloons travel extremely fast. And the reason why I chose deflation is because we start at round 29 and we go to round 60, making it the shortest mode. And then, which means that we can do more of them in less amount of time, meaning that we can push out the most monkey money in the littlest time as possible. And then, of course, why did I choose to do an easy mode opposed to a hard mode? As I was saying previously, a hard mode can fluctuate anywhere between 20 minutes to a half an hour to complete a single map, and you are constantly engaged in that mode. Whereas with this strategy, as you can see, we do not use a single hero. We do not use a single ability, so the only thing you need to do is set this strategy up and then step away from your phone. So you could go walk your dog, you could watch a YouTube video, you could do this while you're sitting in a movie theater. It's very easy to set up, and you do not need to be constantly involved with the actual strategy itself to make it work. which is why it took me a little bit longer to come up with this strategy, because I was trying to come up with one that you did not have to interact with. Now, the only downside about this strategy is that you do need to have a little bit of monkey knowledge unlocked. And of course, you're going to need the discounted towers and stuff like that. This strategy is more geared towards people who are a little bit higher level. So if you're around like level 125 or even at level 100, you should be able to pull this strategy off, as long as you have the monkey knowledge that puts the spikes at the end of the pathway, and you also have the mana as well. So the way that you can guarantee that you're gonna roughly have enough monkey knowledge for this is avoid putting a lot of points into the power-ups monkey knowledge and focus more on the other areas, such as the magic primary. The only point that you should have in your power-ups to start is of course these tacks at the very end of the road. And then let's see, that should pretty much cover why I chose this, because I said it was easy. I said like it's the shortest map that we can go ahead and knock out the fastest. And of course sustainability is the biggest thing, because say you want to purchase like Adora, I think was 5,000 monkey money and stuff like that, and if you're already a higher level such as myself and you have a lot of the maps beaten already, then you need a way to make a lot of monkey money by doing different playthroughs and stuff like that. So this is geared towards a little bit higher players. Now, the best way for like newer players to make a bunch of monkey money and stuff like that is of course by just playing through the game itself, because the amount of monkey money that you make from just playing through the game itself is substantial. But again, I wanted to come up with a strategy that is going to be able to be sustainable, it's going to be fast, and it's going to be able to be used throughout the entirety of your Balloons Tower Defense 6 career, all the way up until they come out with Balloons Tower Defense 7. Alright guys, we are almost done here. We are at round 55. I also want to take this time to our community has been growing really fast in a really short amount of time, and there's only a few people that I really know like that leave comments on pretty much all of my videos and stuff like that. So I was looking at my analytics on my YouTube and stuff like that, and I noticed that we have people from all over the world that are viewing these videos, as well as subscribers from all over the world. So feel free to leave a comment below with where you're from, or what country or what part of the world you're from. That way we can like start to grow as a community and people can get to know each other and stuff like that. Maybe eventually we can start like setting up like tournaments or stuff like that. Maybe if I ever get into Balloons Tower Defense 6 or Balloons Tower Defense battles, that would be really fun. We could set up tournaments to where who can beat the maps the fastest, or we could do races and stuff like that. There's a lot of things that I have planned, but of course it's going to take a little bit of time. Alright guys, and this is proof that it works. We did lose a grand total of, what's that, 16 lives, so that's not really that bad. Like I was saying, it can fluctuate a little bit depending on the Fire Monkey RNG. But anyways guys, again I wanted to thank you guys so much for your support. The support on the channel has been absolutely amazing. We're at like 10,000 views and 161 subscribers, so thank you guys so much for everything. You guys are absolutely amazing. But anyways guys, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and as always, I hope you guys have the most amazing day of your lives, and I will see you guys in the next one.